6 weeks ago, I met Brittany. Now, we met on BookTube actually. She found my YouTube channel, was commenting, was like, we have literally the same reading taste. We both love Margaret Rogerson, Tosana Odette. And I was like, yeah, we are literally bookish soul sisters living apart across the world. I got her to read Stephanie Garber's books, Once Upon a Broken Heart. She fell in love with Jackson. I was like, literally, we are bookish twins. So when she messaged me last week on Instagram and said, we should do this, it's a book swap. I've seen this on TikTok. I hadn't seen it before, maybe you have, but literally like you swap books and then you redact everything that reveals to the person what that book could be. So like the title, the author, the publishing house, any like little notes or anything, like you cover it up, you black it out, and I thought that'd be so much fun. So I am on my way to Forbidden Planet in central London, Covent Garden, the mega store, and I'm just gonna kind of see what calls out to me. We really both love fairy tales and like romance, but we want something a little bit more new adult, I think, for Brittany. So I'm just gonna kind of see what speaks to me. I don't have anything in mind other than that, and it would be fun to get her a UK cover because she wouldn't have access to that back in America, but then would I be doing her a disservice because then she'd like want all of the books to match those covers? I don't know, but we're just gonna go see what I find. I'm hoping that Forbidden Planet pulls through. I'm not going to Waterstones because they seem to have like literally published books that are new within the last 12 months always on display, and I don't want to limit myself, and I don't want to like go shopping on Amazon because it's just not as fun. So also I need to get ballet shoes. So I need to get new ballet shoes and maybe pick up some chocolate cake for my husband tonight. I'm excited. This is just an excuse for me to go shopping on a Monday, okay? This is the book I will be reading on the train there. I just got it. I'm like 30 pages in. By the way, Brittany will be doing the same video on her channel, so go check it out. I'll link it up above and down below. Feeling really stuck and I don't know what to get. None of these are calling out to me. I am home and I just got stuck in a literal downpour. Like there's rain dripping off my nose right now. That was a rough time. I went to both Forbidden Planet and Foils and came back with nothing except for cake and coffee. So disappointing. I really just found sequels to series and like nothing really jumped out at me, but I did get for Brittany this little treat from Waterstones. It was very cheeky. It was sitting on the shelf and I couldn't believe I found it. It's an exclusive paperback copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I have to get this for her, even though she has read this book. I mean, this has the flaps in it. So cute. So just like a little treat in there for her. But in terms of like a book for this swap, I got nothing. So we're gonna go on Amazon because I'm looking for something fairy tale-esque. We'll see. Okay, Brittany's book has arrived, and you guys, I am tempted to keep this one for myself because it's really high on my TBR, but I'm giving it to Brittany and we're gonna see what she says and she'll tell me all about it. So I got for her To Wake a Kingdom by Nisha J. Tooley. I really like this. It feels different than her other books, and I think it's different size. I'm currently reading her second book in the rule, what is this called? The series is called The Artifacts of Orenos, and I'm on book 2, and I've read 130 pages today, and it's flipping everything. So is it the same size? The same height. Okay, so this is good for me to know when I order this book for myself, but we're gonna see what Brittany says about it. If you wanna hear her thoughts on this book, then head over to her channel, link it up above and down below, where she'll be giving her blind like review and thoughts on this book. She won't know what it is. I'm gonna cover this up and redact everything here in a second. This is an adult Sleeping Beauty steamy fae retelling. I mean, if that doesn't like strike you as something that I think we should all read, then I don't know what will. But basically this follows a girl named Thorn, and she is in a terminal slumber, and she wakes up and needs to break this curse to save everyone in her kingdom. There's enemies to lovers, like warrior bodyguard kind of tropes involved, and she has 30 days to break this curse, otherwise she becomes like property of the evil fairy that, like, you know, put her in the sleep and everything. Is this a series? Yes, this is a series. The next book is called To Save a Kingdom. So Brittany, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I didn't realize that this is a new release. It only came out in August, and this is going to take me forever to redact every single title and name from this book. And I'm using a micron thin pen. I don't have a Sharpie, but also like Sharpies, you can sometimes see through them. So I'm like taking extra care that she can't read it. The last time I redacted anything actually ended up being very stressful. When I was 20, I was an assistant at a summer concert venue that's very famous in Michigan, and Diana Ross was coming, and it was my job to like take care of artists and tour guests. She needed to have her tour, I forget the word, like agenda basically redacted so that sensitive information wasn't released to anyone in the company that shouldn't have it. So it was my job to redact everything, and I was like so nervous that I would accidentally be the person to like tell everyone Diana Ross's demands in the dressing room. So I redacted the shit out of that thing, so much so that when it came to the day of the show, like there wasn't enough information on there for people to do their jobs properly, and the tour manager was like, I don't understand what happened, like why is this redacted so much? And I was like, I don't know, I'm really sorry about it. I don't know how this happened, but if you just tell me what she wants for lunch, I'll go out and I'll find it. And I went and like found all these like fancy restaurants and like got all the menus, and then it turned out that she only wanted a ham and cheese sandwich from Subway. But since then I've been afraid of redacting anything, so this is fun. I could just redact everything from this book. I'm only on page 14 and it's taken me minutes. I'm 220 pages in and my pinky was just shaking a second ago. It's cramping so much. I have another like 200 pages to go. It's worth it though. I placed an order from this Etsy shop called Quill and Quote and Quill, and I'm so excited to see this. Oh, so pretty. So for Brittany, I got this Once Upon a Broken Heart bookmark that's supposed to like represent Jax, and it has like the crown and the apple, and like I don't remember what that is, but it says it was rose gold when I ordered it, but it looks a bit gold in this light. It's really pretty, so I'm gonna sneak that in for her. And then I got a Jamie and Claire bookmark because eventually I will do an Outlander readathon this year. I just haven't decided, but it's really like good quality. This took me like 5 times to wrap this. I mean, the literal scrapbooking of this. But I think I have everything covered that could possibly reveal what it is.
Hello, so it has been probably 5 weeks since I've last updated you on this surprise book journey. I'm currently in Illinois right now and I'm at the US Post Office. I'm about to mail Brittanys' surprise book, so I can't wait to see her reaction. I do have her book. She did mail it to me, but I haven't unboxed it. So it's here in Illinois and I'm gonna open it up when I get back home, but I'm very excited. So let's go post this.
Honestly, I'm not feeling my best today. The bed's not made. I'm not made. It's very cold and gloomy and I'm having sad thoughts. I hate the fact that it's June and it's cold, but it's something I just need to get over, and I'm tired and I'm complaining. But hi, I am about to feel better because Brittany has sent me her surprise book and this could not have come at a better time for me personally. So let's see what we've got in here. Oh my gosh, can I even open this? This was packaged really well, and I cannot get into it. Hello. Oh wait, no, here we go. Oh my gosh, she did a much better job than I did of wrapping the book. Wow. Oh, the washi tape has come undone, so I'm gonna have to retape that. Oh, Brittany. I love that we both had the same idea to use book stickers on our packages. That's so funny. It says, "I was born with a reading list I will never finish." True, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, papyrus, you spoil me. I love a papyrus card. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No, we did not. No, hold on. There are things in there, but hold on. Shut the fuck up. I think that we sent the same bookmarks to each other. No way. Oh my god. We've sent the same. I sent these from Quote and Quill to her. Stop. That's so funny. We are literally the same person. How? How is that possible that we bought the same thing? And literally, when I bought these for Brittany, I kind of wanted to buy them for myself too, but I didn't want to spend the extra money. So Brittany, thank you. I love you so much. Wow. Okay, what else is in here? That was just amazing. Pride and Prejudice stickers, my favorite. We have Most Ardently. I should infinitely prefer a book. Always true. My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me. Obedient, headstrong girl. Wow. Brittany, you know my heart. And of course she wrote it with a sparkly pink pen. She said, "I hope you enjoy this book, but obviously it is totally okay if you hate it." Amazing, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this book. Should we have a little peek at the map? Ooh, okay. I'm already feeling this fantasy map vibes. I love a good map. She knows it. I am excited. It already sounds like something I like. It is said that the first king of Eloria was born with fire in his blood. If you know what this book is, possibly leave a guess in the comments and I'll see if you get it. I don't think I know what this book is. Good morning! It is 9 a.m. the following day. I am 128 pages into this book. I read it last night. I have a coffee that I should not have bought, and I don't have a bed frame because we have a new one coming this morning, which I'm so excited about. This is the first bed frame that we bought for ourselves. The one we had previously was gifted to us from family members, which was incredibly generous of them, and we could not have had a bed without them. So I really am grateful for that, but I'm happy that we were able to finally choose something ourselves, and I'm very excited to have it. Should be here in the next 2 hours or so, but let's talk about this book. And truly, I think it's not the fact that there's no title that's driving me crazy, it's the fact that I can't see any cover art because I'm such a visual learner and such a creative person that the cover art, even if it didn't have the title, would show a great deal about what this book is all about. So it's driving me crazy, but that's the fun of it. It's actually so much fun reading a book and having no idea like just diving right in. And Brittany has done a really good job of knowing what I like, because this is absolutely fairy tale-esque in nature. It feels like a fairy tale, and part of me wonders if potentially there's some Sleeping Beauty reimagining influence possibly in this book. By the way, when I'm talking about this book, I'm going to do my best to not be spoilery. Again, I don't know the synopsis, so I don't know what is or is not a spoiler. If something big happens that's like obviously not going to be in the synopsis, like I'm not going to say it, you know, but like no promises if you get to the end of this video and you're like, yeah, you just talked about the entire book. I'm gonna do my best, okay? Because again, I have no idea. It's just literally opening this up and just like reading. I did tape the inside front and back flaps because they had come off. I didn't see anything, but I just very quickly grabbed my Scotch tape and I was like just making sure that nothing was revealed to me. 128 pages into this book, we are following a girl who's 17. Her name is Karis, and she's the royal gardener's daughter, and it's her family's job through generations to take care of the royal family's gardens in their palace. And the book starts off with this very ominous, like thrilling a little prologue. Karis lives in this little village on the edge of a cursed wood called the Wildwood, and in the Wildwood are all these dangerous creatures and monsters. But Karis, when she was 9, was in the woods when she shouldn't have been, and her best friends were the prince and princess that she grew up with, and the prince was like murdered in the woods. But Karis and the princess survived, and the wildwood seeds that like were blowing in the wind that like spread the disease and this nasty curse like stuck onto Karis, but instead of killing her and turning her into one of these creatures, she actually grew to have this affinity for magic and like elemental magic with plants. So every time she bleeds, something blooms and something grows and life forms. So she can make like these really beautiful bouquets of flowers, but no one can know that she has this magic because everyone in the village will think that it's a curse. The only people that should have magic are the royal family members, because they 300 years ago made a deal with the queen of, I think it's called Varin. It's like on the other side of the Wildwoods, and this queen supposedly gave them, Varin, yeah. This queen supposedly gave them a crown that gives them magic powers, but that is a lie, but no one knows it. So I don't know like what's going on with this crown, but anyway, Karis finds herself like completely alone. Everyone is dead. The curse has taken hold of everyone in the castle. Her like elemental magic with plants has like surrounded the castle with vines and stuff. She's running away from these creatures in the woods, and her friend, this fox that's been following her around, is her companion. And she's like, this is just kind of like a pet fox that she just like feeds strawberries in the garden, and I don't know, like they have this like kind of pet owner bond situation as one would with like a fox. But the fox like bites her at one point while they're running. The magic in her blood gives life to the fox and turns him into a man. So now we have Fox the man and Karis and this bear, and they're running through the woods trying to find this magical country of Varin and hope that it's real and hope that they can find answers to the curse and turn Fox the man back into a fox. So like, I think they're gonna fall in love. I don't know. The only guess that I have about what this book is a very loose guess, and that's a book that I remember seeing over the last few years, because I remember Elliot Brooks talking about it on her YouTube channel, and it has like a purpley pink cover, and it has something to do with a fox, and I think there's a girl on the cover with one other person, and I don't know if it's a man or a fox, but I remember there being like fox magic. That's my only guess. So I have no idea. I don't even remember what the synopsis of that book is about, but I'm really enjoying this. It's very fun. The fox has a really good sense of humor because like he doesn't want to be a human. He just wants to be a fox. It's cute. I'm enjoying this. Brittany has done a good job. So I think I have another like 45 minutes that I can read before this bed frame comes. So let's read a little bit. Okay, so this is interesting. Karis, who Fox calls Daisy because she always wore daisies in her hair, has said to Fox, how did it find us, this ancient, which is like one of the creatures in the woods. He says, they're old gods back from when the world was not as dark and magic lived everywhere.
These would be the sentries for the Lady of the Wilds, and that was the person who gave the crown, supposedly, to the kingdom of that Karis came from. But when the crown was given to the first King Sunder, they grew corrupted, and now they spread the wood curse. As for how that one found us, my guess is that it was attracted to the crown. So Karis has the crown and is drawing all of these dark creatures towards them. So my guess is that the crown was stolen. It was never actually given by the Lady of the Wilds from Varin. It was stolen by the first King of Sunder. I'm off to teach ballet, so I am bringing the book with me, and hopefully I can get some food because this is a situation we have. I have no access to my fridge or like any other part of my kitchen. It's been 2 days. I've finished the book. I am very sick. I have some kind of like hay fever, sinusitis thing going on. So apologies for the appearance and the sound. And also it's very hot out right now. So I'm here. I'm here. We're not thriving, but we're here. Okay, so I did figure out what this book is called because the author does say the title twice on like the same page towards the end of the book, and it's a book that I remember seeing a few years ago, and I also put it on my Goodreads TBR, so I'm very excited that I was able to finish it and that it was gifted to me. So thank you so much, Brittany, for this. I'm thrilled that you were able to choose something that you knew I would like, and I absolutely liked this book. I especially loved the first half where it was very fairy tale, and I feel like the first half of the book would have been like a 4.5 stars, and then it kind of trickled down a little bit into the 3-star realm towards the latter half of the book, but I'll get into why I think that is. But right now we need to unveil it. If you ended up guessing this book, hats off to you. You're amazing. It's definitely not the fox book that I thought it was. So I'll pop that one up on the screen. I was wrong. But let's go ahead and take all of this off very gently so I can actually like keep the book. Oh no, I might have taped this a little bit too well. Okay, wait, hold on. That's working. I'm excited to see the cover. I don't remember exactly what it looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. Come on. Trying to like be gentle so I don't destroy this. While I'm doing this, I should tell you that the author is Ashley Foxton, and this is definitely a fairy tale story, and it is Among the Beasts and Briars. So I'm very excited to have this. I am confused that it's a standalone because it does say like the end at the end of the book, but then we get 2 little like paragraphs, 2 little snippets. It's not exactly an epilogue. And the first one was a character and another character like going into a bedroom and like kissing. I'm like, okay, it was irrelevant. But the second paragraph talks about another curse. And so I'm thinking like, is she gonna do a spin-off series? Is there going to be a spin-off standalone that we get to follow this character and like this new curse? Because I think that this is definitely its own story, one and done, completed, but it could continue on. I tried to do some digging into whether or not there will be a sequel or a spin-off, but I haven't found the answer to that. So if you know, please let me know. Okay, let's talk about the things that I really enjoyed about this book. The first one is definitely the mystery of it. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out like what the hell was going on. I also loved that she was a gardener's daughter, and I loved that she kind of like felt like nobody, but she really had to go on this epic quest through the woods. I loved all the flowers, and like the evil creatures in the woods were really like graphic in description, like kind of grotesque, and that was very cool. I liked that the fox turned into a real man, and I liked the general like story. I thought the story was really well done. The
things that I did not like about the book that dragged it down for me was definitely one, the pacing. Several parts of this book, especially the last like 50 pages, were really rushed. And I feel like this book could have been another 200 pages, or it could be a duology. Ashley Poston really had a lot of material to work with to really flesh out this fairy tale. And I also didn't like how often our main character was mentioning that she's just a gardener's daughter and she's just nobody. Like, it was mentioned every single chapter about how she doesn't believe she's anybody. Like, we get it. It was very repetitive. I didn't feel a ton of connection for the side characters. The character that I liked the most was Fox himself. But even he had his flaws where he was just like, oh, I'm just not brave enough. I just run away all the time. And I didn't love that. Ashley Poston kept like referring to all these characters and their negative thoughts about themselves. They really like hold themselves to such a high standard. They're like trying to make up for mistakes that they made when they were 10 years old. I'm like, I don't remember where I was when I was 10 years old. I probably made a lot of mistakes. I probably was not courageous and was probably running away from things like these kids do. And they're like, oh, you're nobody. Like, you just run away from your problems. So go on and run away now. I'm like, she was 9, you know, she was allowed to run away from the evil being in the forest when she was 9, and now she's trying to like make up for that and save everyone. I just had to kind of ignore all of this and just read this as the fairy tale that it is, and reading it like that makes it super enjoyable. I definitely compare this to kind of like Tasana of Debt's writing, like Entangled with Fae series. If you like the Disney reimagining like villain origin stories, I think that you would like this book. If you're just like into fairy tales in general, this is one to check out. I also think that if you like Caraval, you might like this book. It's not as well done as Stephanie Garber's writing, but Ashley Poston is definitely someone that I would give another chance to, and I am curious about like what's going to happen if there is another book, because there's this Lady of the Wild, this character who has been threaded throughout the entire book that we never actually got to meet. It was just like, oh, here she is, and then 6 months later, like, what happened? Where was she? Like, we don't get to talk to her, we don't get to see her, but she was so imperative. This curse that our characters are trying to break could not have existed without the Lady of the Wild, but we never actually get to see her. So that's a pacing problem, but it's also like Ashley Poston, like, can you give us more? Can we have more of this? Because I want more of it. That's the thing. I was left wanting more. This is probably the most fun I've ever had doing a YouTube video. This was such a creative idea. So shout out to Brittany. Go follow her. I'll link her channel down below. She's new to YouTube and she's like coming up with these amazing ideas. And this was so much fun. It was like the best buddy read experience because like you're not reading the same book, but you know what the other person's reading and they don't. Like, it was so cool. It was so cool and I loved it. And I'm nervous to watch Brittany's video because I'm not sure what she thought of the book I sent her. So if you want to find out her thoughts, you can go along with me and go watch the video when it's out. And oh gosh. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you have not already. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for chilling and hanging out with me. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't we drop a box emoji for Among the Beasts and Briars down below so I can thank you in the comments for hanging out with me and reading this mystery book. Let me know if you guessed the book. Let me know if you want to see this kind of video done again. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I can think of like so many books that I would send people. And like choosing something for someone, like there's so much pressure to choose something that they'll like it was a lot of pressure, but it was so much fun. So thank you anyway again for watching, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye.